All right. We're live. We're vibing. We're hanging. We're slanging. Eating cookies while I'm changing. Hold up. Bruh. I'll tell you what. The L fudges. EL fudges. L fudges. Elf udges. However you want to pronounce it. They do me right. They do me justice. They do me justice every time. Tessaringo, Season Thapa Illusion, Calvin Katugas. What's up, guys? We're gonna watch some games, I think. Maybe like a series or something, you know? Fudge cookies and milk. Go watch TL. I watched the game against Falcon. Did they have another game after that? Did they have another game after that? This week? All right, hold on. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. Oh, no. They played Twisted? Or Twisted. Day 3. We'll pull it up. We'll pull it up.
Are a common trend nowadays since a lot of changes have happened.
Onic Rora?
The teams part of MPL Philippines.
Yo, this is a lot of time here. Does this game, does this go 3 series?
Like, these two teams in particular.
Does Twisted Mind take him to the... Bro, why is Ingen got no hair, bro? My guy's got the ball fade like he's a freaking thug. Ingen is thugging, boys. Why is he thugging like that?
People are aware of like everything between Oeb and Haji, but not a lot of people get to touch upon Sanford and James. Which
I used to have a haircut like that.
Have a really deep history as well, right?
Yeah, it's actually very interesting.
Back when I was in prison.
And again, these are things that we can't really get to know unless they say it, because
that's a vibe, though.
Usually happen in their boot camp.
Looks like he's fresh out the army. Speaking of, and he's got the green jacket
so
on.
Super interesting. We didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And I guess Midnight is privy to that because he can be there sometimes.
Yeah. And that might be a vital factor actually for a potential upset, because you know Twisted Minds has a lot of info versus TLPH and vice versa as well, so we never know what's gonna happen, especially there's a recent patch as well, so let's see who's gonna come out on top.
The most interesting part for me, I guess, is the way Sanford just really used to look up to James.
Ooh.
Like, he used to keep studying James, but I think we're gonna put a focus on Hoheb first.
Big focus on Oheb because he says him and Haji when
And
Japan again
and Vietnam.
Japan is back, baby.
I can already imagine.
When is MSC? When is the exact date?
Yeah, there are no exact
It's
dates.
gonna be a while.
They don't have a date yet, huh?
July to August. Just keep your
Or like
social
August?
media open so that you are updated, because they haven't announced when the actual dates are gonna be. But we really hope that you will follow their journey.
Nope, I'm
as
good.
well. And maybe as early as now, start to check on who's possibly representing the other countries.
Yeah,
Do your research as early as now.
that's why you better watch out.
Why is my bro?
Look at the competition here in the Philippines. It's so intense. We can't say for sure who's gonna represent us or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We
Bro,
gotta watch out for all
listen,
the other
Brigida.
teams too.
We all know who's gonna
It's gonna be really
represent
fun.
Philippines.
Having
It's
more
gonna be
countries
Team
and
Liquid,
also
baby.
getting some more
That's not a freaking
diversity
question, bro.
in the kind of people that you can actually play with. And maybe There's going to be a breakout country. You never know.
And with different countries, entails different strategies, meta. So
Oh yeah.
the wild card literally is going to be wild with a lot of wild picks that could potentially happen during this MSC 20.
Rock the Alice eventually, one of these days. Then again, Kalea
Yep.
up for the grab.
Yeah, it
Hey,
opens
Trex,
a
in your
lot
opinion,
because
what
they
does
ban
NA
out
needs
also
to
the
work on the
Jushin.
most for the next show? I don't know, bro.
Not really.
We're gonna be garbage.
Uncle Rocky.
No Kalea
No
anymore.
Kalea today.
Yeah. You
Chip.
mentioned the Phobius probably later on. That's gonna come in. Oh. No. Never mind.
That's a
Ryo
great pick. Great pick for James.
Okay.
Phobius.
Yeah, they decided to get it first. It really is considered as a power pick now, especially considering the comfort of both of these teams. So that's a great move here by Twisted Minds. But that enables either the Harith Suyo or the Joy Granger possibility here or where they go for Granger and Suyo here for Team Liquid Philippines.
It's good priority here, not to mention.
You know,
it's really
Ego
quick
from-
answer. You get a Suyo,
Ego team
we
from
get
NA, have you
the
heard of them?
Joy.
No.
Want to get banned out.
Who are
There you
they?
go. Very expected drafts here coming so far.
Wait. They're all the Philippines boys, right?
That's the reason why if you have these kinds of respect bans like the Alice, it opens up a lot, and it's actually a good trade for both of these teams.
Yeah.
But
You
now,
can even chip here if you wanted to, if you're TL.
Honestly, I thought Louis was.
Is that all the Philippine boys?
That would have been so
impossible.
funny. Yeah.
Like
Right.
Nats and
Chip it.
and
Chip it.
Jay and all them?
Chip it.
Question mark?
Come on,
Chip it. Chip it real good.
So far it's going all according to plan for Twisted Minds. It's usually really the
Yeah, Twisted Minds has got a
same
great draft
lineup
here.
with AOE damage dealer. So that's Harris still there. It's a great adjustment too, since the Hanzo really hasn't been working for them so far. So I think they're going with a pretty standard approach.
Super
for
Cash,
now.
Dez. I only know
No
Dez.
unique picks just yet coming in from Twisted Minds. Not unless in the latter portions we do see that come in. But Team Liquid Philippines, Sanji decides to pick up the Sicilian here for their third pick. So it's
Sicilians, it's pretty good. I know it's really tempting to maybe chip in this scenario,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, you also don't want to get banned out if you're
Hello,
this
L3, how's it going?
kind of fighter, and you want to fight from a distance, especially from the Joy, from the Harif. So Sicilians are good overall.
Bro, am I about to eat this whole
They
box
seem
of
to be
cookies,
targeting
guys?
Escalera now. And majority of the sustain support heroes that he usually goes for as their roamer. So
Bro, I'm telling you, what's the
Alright.
scores right now,
Another
man?
draw ahead to
How does Twisted Minds make it to
So
playoffs?
far, he does have the chips
Liquipedia.net.
still available for him.
Yeah. Chip.
There's also the Katotsu.
A Hylos as well.
Hylos.
So
Hylos.
many options, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
One take out an XP Lucas is still available.
Yeah, but
It's
they
still-
beat...
it's still
All right,
Blaze
wait,
Squad,
hold on
but
a second, man.
only Demonkite
Twisted
probably
Minds
uses
beat
Lucas jungle.
AP Bren.
What if?
So if there's the tie, they go, right? And then they lost to Omega, though. And AP Bren beat Omega, so there's a hard three-way tie right now.
All right, they take out the Hilda, which is
What's gonna happen?
actually Twisted Minds' most
Let's look,
picked
let's look.
hero, although,
All right, so
James did
Twisted
reveal that
Minds-
they will be going for a phobia, so the flex factor is somewhat gone for them. and
I think they can
Escalera
beat
will probably
TNC
be
maybe.
forced to
or Omega.
pick up something else
Yep.
for their
They can beat Omega next week.
roam for now.
Maybe a Cho.
Wait, they don't play Omega.
So,
Right.
but they take
When
out
do they
the
play
ban
Omega?
on the Hylos.
Week
So now you're
7.
left with a Gatot.
Twisted Minds is going to playoffs. I told you guys from the very beginning. I told you guys from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah,
They're
but that was
There was
going...
a time where they also picked up the Guinevere actually. But yeah, there's a Gatot Kacha as
I think they lost
mentioned.
that game, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They lost that,
that
game.
single
so.
game. So that's
Alright.
the Gatot already picked up by JP. Now Twisted Minds, you have to already pick up a hero for Escalera. There's
Bro, I'm not going to lie.
Badang as we
I'm not going to lie, Fate. The meta does feel real stale right now. This is the same exact shit we were watching in M6, except Harith is here now. And yeah, that's it. And Jawhead, I guess.
mentioned.
Oh,
Matilda's back. Like, there's a few
that was
interesting
before,
picks here
right?
and there, but
This
overall,
is
bro,
Twisted Minds, Twisted
it is the
Minds.
same exact
It is
shit.
0% win rate. That's correct. With that
Jungle is
Guinevere.
literally nothing but Suyo and Joy.
I mean, it's just been a single game. So maybe this could be
Granger
their
Harris?
redemption game.
No, I've seen people play rat games. It's not really good. But yes, maybe they know something we don't. This, by the way, a lot of magic damage.
Yes, that's true.
Oh my goodness.
And there will be such a huge responsibility on James right now as the only person that could be assigned to zone or tank majority of the damage from Team Liquid Philippines, who so far, at least for Twisted Minds, haven't really went for a dive comp, depending on their XP lane though, since there are a lot of XP laners still out there that could potentially be happy diving in, and that really completes the idea that we're trying to suggest for Team Liquid Philippines, because you have two reliable front heroes who could just constantly be on the lookout for the damage dealers or for the key targets against Twisted Minds. So if Twisted Minds does reach a point wherein they find themselves somewhat behind Team Liquid Philippines, you could already expect full-out aggression from the Express and no holding back, because there's no one there to stop them.
Yeah, the Express is going to have a fun time, especially.
Sans looks more grown up now.
And find these really niche picks using that Badang. But for some reason, I'm rooting
Hello,
for the
TREX. Have you seen the
Guinevere.
clip
I wanted
Lily
to win.
Pichu voices Angela's skin? Yeah. I think it's really cool.
I wanted to just get one win, you know? Just get it on the board.
I mean, the Selena mid already won, so I hope the Guinevere also wins this time. But TLPH lineup very kind of similar to what Team Falcons actually put off a while earlier. The Badang Gatot combination again.
To be fair though, if Escalera does get to land the spatial migration onto key targets early on, he will have enough follow-up damage just by the early game Farsa from Hajizi. So they need to be really careful about their choice of targets here.
MCC Season 5 implementing
Brave.
Brave. Oh, global pick? MCC is Turkey, right?
We're going to have to be really, really creative here. And let's see if that's going to happen here for game number 1 of Twisted Minds versus TLPH. And quite early on, I already expect some really spicy hits here from the Guinevere. It's the only way to make sense, right? The only reason you get it is if you use it early on and get these knockups with the Violet Requiem.
The thing is, so far, JP is making sure that Escalera is always within sight. Not now though.
Uh-oh.
The catch onto
Honestly though, oh no, all right, MCC is EU.
Bring him down.
All right.
Yeah, so we're
I don't know
talking
how
about
I
here.
feel
Escalera
about it.
Still staying here, faking that TP.
I guess here's the question, right?
Back to base, but it's gonna be a 4-man. What do you call
Here's the
this?
question,
Zone
right?
here.
Like, do we think that having a different type of ban system than what happens in international can affect them negatively? You know, like having a different types of competition. Do we think that, like, you know what I'm saying? That would be my only worry. Or it's going to benefit them hugely because it'll increase their hero pool, maybe give them the chance to find some niche picks that the rest of the world isn't using. And then if there are any harsh meta changes, they could be ahead of the game a bit. That's the only thing. Exactly. Yeah, test Ringo. That's like really it could give them the ability to adapt to big patches.
TLP
So I
not
think
really trying to do anything. Outplayed is a very crunchy target. Carl
if
knows
the
it.
meta
They have
hard
enough,
changes,
or there's a clear lack of information, which is
they
why,
could definitely be
Outplay
ahead.
does play it safely under the 13
If the
now.
meta does
But,
not hard
Escalera has been
change,
doing a great job
I don't know,
getting
right? I
ahead
think
in
that,
terms
so.
of,
Like,
positioning himself
my
in the
question is this
brushes.
then, right, guys? Like to you guys, do you think that if a player is good with certain heroes, he's always going to be good with those certain heroes? You're not really going to get rusty, right? Like, let's just say, for example, if MP the King is playing Joy nonstop this whole season, 8 out of 10 games playing Joy or Suyo, and Joy or Suyo are the meta in MSC, but the jungler for Team Spirit has only gotten to play Joy once every series, so has only played it maybe 2 out of every 10 games. Do you think that's a problem, right? And then there is another good point, you know, so do we, or does it not really matter? Is it only going to benefit you to play multiple heroes because once you're so good at Joy, you're so good at Joy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the real question. I think there's definitely benefits to it, and there's definitely backslide to it. K-Author brings up another good point, but the downside is they can't polish their own meta. That is another really good point. If you're trying to craft meta or become good at a certain meta, then... But lastly, there is normally always a big patch before MSC. It is kind of the testing grounds to get Moonton comfortable with their build-up for Worlds. Last year they dropped the Assassin patch, like all the seasons finished, and then they dropped the Assassin patch. Literally like 2 or 3 weeks before MSC. Remember? They dropped the Assassin patch. So, if they do something like that again, I think MCC could, European teams could definitely have an edge. If they don't, if there's not some hard jump, or the hard jump comes really early and then it's more of just to balance out, we'll see.
Team Liquid Philippines, they have a lot of resources to do the same.
Okay, here's the taunt plus Sanguine Claws. Okay, one more hit onto Escalera. Fortunately, MP the King was there to zone out the members of TLPH. Still, no kills for both teams.
Really smart move here from MP, not really triggering the
How's quitting the vape going? Shut up.
Essentially, he was trying to bait
Shut up!
Skills, which of course TLPH didn't really take the bait, so they're going to be coming out on top here with the turtle.
Yeah, so long as everyone was there.
It's the same 3%. I dropped down to 3%.
Okay, forced out an early flicker from
I dropped down to
OHEB, so
3%,
still, again, no trading
and
for Twisted Minds, and now they're slowly
yeah,
invading,
it's been lasting
the
me.
jungle of Twisted Minds.
Yeah. Next 2 minutes is going to be crucial for that bottom lane. Make sure to watch where OHEB is going. I guess that's what Twisted is trying to do here. But so far, at least
I think that like
keeping it steady.
There has been so much.
We'll see. Has MCC started?
The gold lane, but
have they officially started?
The mere fact that OHEB does have range, he can just wait for those death sonatas to just get the last hit onto the minion. So he isn't necessarily behind, and if any, is actually ahead by.
Starts on April 5th.
Up against Outplayed, so they're kind of managing this really well, despite the massive attention that's been brought towards the gold lane for multiple times in a row now by Twisted Minds.
And even if nothing's happening, especially if TLPH continues to control the center of the map like what they did a while ago.
There's no real info on it.
Helped zone out Escalera. That's why
if no NACT, BTK auto-qualify, I don't know, man.
So TLPH can just continue to balloon up. Here comes the fist crack, though.
I don't know, man. How many matches will I watch? I got no clue. Until I'm tired.
So still, no
I started my stream a little late. I had some other stuff going on.
A lot more.
I was planning to start at like 11, but I got caught up in something.
Maybe you're trying to get him started slowly. Oh, with the pressure bottom lane.
Oh!
My goodness.
Outplayed, well played. Outplay, get the outplay.
Under his turret. For the first kill of the game, major highlight for Outplayed.
A literal outplay about outplay. It's one of those times.
Right. Even though OHEB was able to hold on his lane, you could not deny the fact that Outplayed and the multiple rotations towards the gold lane did impact.
What time at your end now? It is
sustain everything. So he was
1 a.m. Oh my God, it's 1 a.m. We just started. Fuck. I started way too late, guys.
So now that was a clear
we started way too late.
Twisted Minds. How could they possibly translate this if they get the next or upcoming turtle? But now Team Liquid Philippines get to spot out the majority of the members from Twisted Minds.
Let's see, they're starting to form up here around the mid bush.
What did you get caught up in? What's more important than these matches?
Really
I don't know.
Only
a few things more important than these matches. James taken out. MP the King able to get the turtle though. A lot of damage does come down to Carl Teasy. Carl Teasy goes down. JP as well. JP actually gets away with AOG. I don't really. So I don't know how I feel about this team fight damage graphic that pops up.
This is what we're talking
How is
about,
NACT
right?
coming along? I don't know.
If Twisted does lose
Like I
out
said,
a lot of stats, in team
tomorrow
fighting,
is the
participation,
when the first
they're
comes.
a bit cut above the rest.
Yeah.
That's something that they excel in.
I mean, it was a great response from Team Liquid Philippines to immediately burst down James, who was within reach, since majority of the members of Twisted Minds are supposedly going to fight from a distance. Since
Tomorrow will be
But
the
once
first,
Team Liquid
right? Or no, the day
Philippines
after tomorrow will be the
used much of their
first.
resources onto
And
James,
he said we'll have
unknowingly,
word
Hajiji
next
was
month,
just waiting
so.
for the perfect timing to cast his passive and allow him to stun multiple members of Team Liquid Philippines who were already trying to run away using the feathered airstrike. So now let's see the
There's not
response,
really
because they
many
seemingly
more
want to take down the
like
bottom
reasons
lane.
for them not to, so I don't know, man. We'll see.
Here comes the fist break.
I saw Shark streaming yesterday. That's pretty hype. Escalera gets a kill. TLPH is getting their ass kicked.
JP might be the next to
Guys, Twisted Minds is going to playoffs. I'm telling you guys. Does anyone doubt me? Does anyone think Omega or
And it felt like that was
or
started off by
AP are gonna go
TLPH,
instead?
right? I mean,
Yeah.
what
who do you
is
guys have your money
happening?
on? Twisted Minds,
having a fun time
AP
in these
Bren,
duels.
It was, and it
or,
could have been a
blah, blah, blah,
clear,
blah, blah, Omega.
win for Team Liquid Philippines if only there was a bit more coordination in terms of how they laid out their skills. It did feel like the taunt alongside the fist crack combo was not entirely in sync, so we are unable to see
The
that
hell?
Team Liquid Philippines were able to layer out their skills
What
and
just happened?
their damage accordingly. Now that was taken advantage of by Twisted Minds, who is currently in the lead.
Tony
by
Active? What's up, man?
or more than 1,000 gold.
If you're gonna look at the spider graph once again, you
Bro, news on NACT. Guys, I don't. Oh, well played. Sanji down.
From Escalera.
Guys, you're all distracting me.
If you're gonna look at the spider
Does he
graph
flicker
once again,
jump?
you
No,
just
he's got
know
conceal.
this time.
What a
Why?
good
But
call,
wait a
bro.
minute. A jump from Escalera, sending Sanji away. Sanji again was the major pickoff. Here comes the counter attack. AOG plus a fist break to catch outplayed. MP the King, electrifying beats JP with a revitalize. Escalera once again with a jump, but gets caught out by JP. And Sanford as well. A good zone from Carl Teasy, forcing out Haji to recall.
That was good effort from Twisted Minds here.
Yeah.
But in the end, they were still repelled by TLPH.
I agree. Sanji doesn't seem to be.
Do you guys think they're gonna deal with this Suyo Joy shit? It is getting a little tiring, man. It's getting a little boring.
Once he cast his ultimate, he cannot escape from the threat of a spatial migration.
Like, I'm kind of getting to a point where I miss tank meta,
So
man.
once that happens, or even just a brief stun coming in from Haji's and the Curse of Crow would deal or allow Twisted Minds to burst him down, especially at this point where he's yet to
Yeah,
stack
no
up on
purify.
damage. So Sanji needs to be extra careful.
That was a bad.
Fortunately for Team Liquid
Sanji
Philippines,
should have got
they
purify.
were, the rest of the members were within the area, and gradually we're starting to see the ways they're able to respond to Twisted Minds. An unsuccessful play could be cancelled out by Sanford or even JP, so long as they time their skills and their resources really well.
That's right, the
that was,
timing.
Good, actually, a good spot out from Carl Teasy to Escalera. So Escalera was actually forced back by the young goat.
We're talking about
MP the
timings here
yeah,
for
so MP the
TLPH,
King
absolutely
won
right.
some games
You
with
have
Alice,
so
and
much
now teams are banning
power,
it.
But it relies so much on JP.
Was it
just
first week or
getting
second
a
week? I said I was
really
like,
good
Bonchan's gonna play
outside
Alice
guardian.
until
And
teams start
as
to
well
ban
as,
it,
you know,
and then it
Sanford
opens up
hitting
picks for him.
the wall.
And now
with the fist
even
break.
teams like TLPH are banning out the
And, of
Alice
course,
against him.
You know, making sure that outplayed and Haji.
You thought it's the assassin meta?
Which is also so
When was the last time it was
assassin?
assassin? Bro, it hasn't been assassin
You also
meta
have to take
since
into account that
MSC
they
last year,
cannot
bro.
Go too far away from their damage dealers. Since you have to ensure that they will somehow be protected from the possibility of Twisted Minds finding or getting to find an opening towards the back line, or even just by their sheer range. But hold on, Escalera!
Hey, there's the miss from Escalera.
Well played.
Nobody home, but still able to cast out the
Stop
ball.
yawning. Yes,
Quickly,
ma'am. Yes,
getting
ma'am. Yes,
caught out
ma'am.
by Oheb. That's a 1-for-1. Both roamers down.
It's painful to see, but you know what? They were trading it very well, so Twisted Mind still got something from that duel.
Yeah. So far, JP also prioritized the Athena's shield, so they will hopefully have a little more means to survive the potential Gaza Whip.
James all of a sudden.
Anyways,
MP the King
Oheb
goes to the back with
taken
a
out.
hit.
Be the king.
Oheb, the next target might be Carl Teasy, and the chase is on. MP with a
It's not even about, like, I know people will adapt to it. Let me turn down my boy real quick. My bald boy. yelling in my ear.
That was perfect timing right there.
I'm not worried about teams adapting to it. Every team's always going to adapt. I just want something different. I feel like we've been watching the same picks for almost a year now. It's been at least 6 months.
As they try and take down the Lord this time, that's 3 kills plus the Lord for Twisted Minds.
There seems to be no problem for Twisted Minds in terms of gaining access towards key targets of Team Liquid Philippines. And it is no easy task for Sanji anymore, nor even Oheb, to position themselves within the team fight. Oh, wait!
The King once again, Carl TZ working on him, and he will shut him down again! 0-3-2.
Remember shit when they picked King Kong over him? Like, what the fuck? You put Carl that down?
Oh my goodness, this guy does not want to stop. Guys, keep the party going, and he is having the time of his life.
This is somehow Team Liquid Philippines and their inability to actually establish the early game that they want being capitalized on by Twisted Minds as the team or as the lineup who has a lot.
Bro, every
more,
Sony active though, but it's everywhere is just Suyo, Joy on repeat. Like that's
in terms of their combos and their hero synergies. We're starting to see that heavily impact Team Liquid Philippines and their ability to actually fight equally against Twisted Minds. So now they're forced to actually wait for their timings. An unusual scenario for the Cavalry, who usually just goes in for the Express, but this is inevitably where we are supposedly going to see them later on if they're
I mean, in all reality,
since they did decide to proceed with the Sicilian. So again, we're going back to the entire idea of timings, but for now it's Team Liquid
like
Philippines
the
who have
fact
to wait
that
a little
the
bit more.
So far, the James first, imagine Prio pick of the Fulvius. It's paying
Hold on.
off so far for
Hold on.
Twisted Minds.
Feels like it is working out. MP the King again trying to find Oheb. I think that's his target in life right now, right?
This is over, I think.
That's his only
I mean, they do have the
goal, and then
Sicilian,
once
so
Oheb's
there's
done,
always
look
like
for Carl.
possibilities here.
Yeah.
That's it, and it's working so far for Twisted. 4.5k on the gold lead.
Yeah, he's an anti-baby cakes duo.
Yeah.
He doesn't support the baby cakes.
That's right.
Honestly, if you're Twisted Minds here, if you're either JP or if you're either Sanford at this point, you'd have to find a way to balance getting out there, looking for or getting information without necessarily compromising the position or your
You guys see my
data
shirt? It's
viewers.
a
Shouldn't
Hisoka shirt.
necessarily be up front too or too deep inside enemy territory, but this is a situation where Escalera
Who's trying to be my Gon?
is clearly making Team Liquid Philippines think twice about where they should
If I'm
be
Hisoka,
checking
who's trying to be my
areas,
Gon?
because one crucial spatial migration is already enough for Twisted Minds at this point to dish out the necessary damage.
And that's the biggest mind game for Twisted Minds. Is this spatial migration can literally come out of nowhere and can hit multiple targets. You need your Purify up. You need to make sure that you have a Purify, but
This is what they need to do. They need to
is they have flickers,
nerf
they have
Granger.
but no Purifies in sight.
Yep.
Imagine
They need
if
to
Twisted
nerf
Minds manages to
Granger
win a game against TLPH.
or buff some other
Finally, the
marksman.
Guinevere has one win.
I mean,
They need to
we're getting
nerf
there. I think
Jushin
we're slowly getting
so that she
there,
doesn't
but
need to be banned
it is
anymore.
still gonna be,
And that means
it's
some
a
other bullshit can be
pretty
banned to open up the
small
field.
lead, but it is solid
If they ban
nonetheless.
Jushin, they only need to ban Joy or Suyo. Just one of them. I mean, they only need to nerf Joy or Suyo. Because if you ban Jushin,
Should have been.
if you nerf Jushin, then you can ban Suyo or Joy, you know?
Yeah.
What did they do to get banned? They were too good. They were too good at heroes. They don't permanently get banned. I want to how each team before the game
a Filipino standoff.
bans 5 heroes and picks 5 heroes. And it goes kind of back and forth. So like one team bans a hero, the other team bans a hero. And it goes that for 3 bans. Then each team picks 3 heroes back and forth. And then they ban 2 more heroes. Anyway, yeah. So heroes that are really strong normally get banned.
Strikes back, but Sanji with the engagement
Engen lost it.
was able to bring down James, and now MP the King up against 3 with electrifying beats. Carl TZOM are safe here. Escalera still scouting out where the cavalry are, but I think this is a clean Lord take. Even Escalera jumps in to just zone out Sanji as MP the King and outplayed.
Haji.
Go for the Lord.
Wait,
Oh,
Haji,
Escalera. Escalera.
Going to Carl Teasy, even stole away the purple buff.
Man, Twisted Minds, what did you guys have for breakfast?
I don't mind seeing
Some of that.
TLPH lose this match.
They're individually, they're playing insane.
It's my favorite team, but they're going to playoffs. They're good. And I'm happy that Twisted Minds keeps on looking better and better.
Against the Sanford combo, but he went back for the Infernal Pursuit to bring him
Like,
down.
it feels like they get a game off of everybody, man.
On the free people in a bush.
Yeah.
What the heck?
You know, there's a saying that when it comes to Twisted Minds, they play a lot better when they're up against Titans, against really good teams.
Yep. This is the first pick Phobius for you. Shown to us.
They just can't get a dub.
Again, as we were just mentioning how Team Liquid Philippines could potentially start things up, they immediately go for the person who could ideally start
Game
things up,
off
and that's
Onyx.
JP. So now they have to be extra cautious because
They beat AP Bren.
if you do want to tack up the damage,
Game off
you should ensure that you
TNC.
will not be in an accessible position for the
They just
spatial
got a game off
vibration. So
TLPH.
they can make use of this area where they're currently in. Unfortunately, they are going to be somewhat trapped for now for the upcoming defense, but this is something that they can definitely use to their advantage. There could be some sort of or hesitation from Twisted Minds to fully commit.
SRG is collaborating with OG, which is fucking dope.
Cancelled by JP.
You know what? It's fine to be trapped here in this scenario. Luckily, 90 seconds on the next Lord means it's not super scary yet.
I need a Team Liquid versus OG MSC Finals,
And that
baby.
control definitely on side of Twisted. TLPH are trying to push them out.
Yeah, unfortunately for Twisted Minds, they know that Sanji has a Cecilia in terms of clear wave, in terms of late game is really going to dominate. So they were fortunate.
MP the
enough
King
they were
looks
able
so
to take
young,
down
bro.
At least one inhibitor with that Lord, and it's actually opposite side of the Lord, so they can play around the fact that they have a huge map pressure over TLPH.
Yep. You saw the leaderboards.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. It is highly appreciated. Share, whatever you want to do. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it.
Map, which resulted in Team Liquid Philippines having to opt for the Athena Shield immediately for JP, and Sanford eventually also securing it as his third item. But what really matters the most here is that they should really limit the movements from Twisted Minds from this point onwards, because MP the King
The contract,
has been really able to look for the target.
so what it could be
whenever there
is
a
maybe
fight
the
that happens across map,
contract is
because all
like
you have to do
as
is
to the whole
lack
like
of
no
crowd control
collaborations.
or clear crowd control
Maybe
from
it's
Team Liquid
like
Philippines.
they're just going to be
somewhat
SRG OG
screenshot
for the
based, if you
season,
would say.
True.
and then they'll be
so
OG if they win.
a very
You know what I'm saying? Like if they win, they get a
hero,
signing bonus, and boom, boom, they buy out the slot. Who
that'll
knows?
eventually result in a waste of resources,
Which
crucial resources for
actually
Team
would be
Liquid
kind of
Philippines.
crazy because
Right? If you hit the
SRG's a
the fifth
big
grade,
organization, so I can't imagine what OG would be paying
They have purifies
to handle
and
that.
James can just jump. And
That's what I'm like, Testaringo. That's actually what. As I'm saying it, that comes to mind. I'm like, I doubt SRG would do that.
So essentially, the job is doubly difficult for JP and Sanford in this game, since you're right, these are skill shot crowd controls and their ultimate.
Especially because SRG did so good last year.
Heroes, those ranged heroes from Twisted Minds who are also
OG is actually what,
really
Red Bull, right?
damage.
OG?
Outplayed and had Jeezy are the ones I'm talking about, but
They're
might be
Dota.
the
They're
ones
Dota, man.
To find them
No tail?
first. JP's already
Bro,
out,
you guys.
baby.
That hurt.
Do we just want to say fuck these games and watch what's it called? Because I haven't watched that shit in a while, and I would love to watch True Sight. I haven't watched True Sight in a while with OG winning. God, it's such a good documentary.
That's gonna be reset though.
That shit hypes me up.
So many bullets.
On the top lane, minions are slowly pushing in for Twisted Minds. They know that JP isn't in the picture this time. They might go for the burst of this Lord, because the minions are just pushing in onto the top lane. Eventually, if OM shows himself, Twisted Minds...
You also have to think about this, though, guys. Like,
We're gonna have to rush
all
it.
of these orgs that are coming into MLBB
Oh,
Yeah.
are fucking European, American orgs
Escalera
that
from
spend
the back with a
big
beautiful combo. Here's a top
fucking
lane,
money.
though.
Oh,
Push in with the
good kill on the
Infernal
Carl
Pursuit.
TZ.
They
JP goes down.
and
MP the King looking for the
MP
chase.
goes
Gets
for
caught by
it,
the
but
wall.
there was the wall. And
That pay
now
big
minions onto the top lane.
money.
They're trying to go for the Lord this time. They want to do this by the book. And
Big money for European teams. Millions of dollars a year. You come over, like, and it's nothing against Southeast Asia orgs, but it's like a big mansion in Malaysia is chump change compared to a big-ass gaming house in Europe or America.
Using the Zaman Force all alone. But even with that, there's just too much damage right now from Twisted Minds. Team Liquid Philippines, oh wait!
Oh,
Okay.
Escalera.
Escalera Mazadi popped. Didn't connect with the Sanguine Claws. Hajizi already used the Feathered Airstrike. And now they're just waiting for the Lord to march in. Carl TZ and JP.
Currency exchange, baby.
They can defend with 5 members.
Sicilian reminding us how good this mage is on the defense and a counter siege. So it's going to take more than that to break through TLPH, at least for now. Here comes Lord on top.
Look at the angles from Escalera. He's gonna go for it for the conceal.
Okay, we're gonna wait for the jump coming in from Escalera already. Commit! What the flanker!
Oh!
Back onto the back! Captain Olive! Still the Lord is there. Infinite King working on the back of the electrifying beats. Immortality pop. He stays alive. James, the ultimate fighter, working on Carl TZ. Sanford with a delay.
GG's.
They managed to get MP.
GG's. Well played.
But a wipeout almost. Sanford is the only one left. And Twisted Minds twist the game to their favor.
Looks like we got the plot twist that we were all looking for. Despite all odds, despite the stats, it is.
When it comes to respect bans, that means a lot
Banchan.
of power picks are open. We can
Yeah.
see a lot of interesting trades once again. One thing I'd like to see from TLPH is I need to see Ohem rock that Harith once again that he's so used to playing.
Yeah, even the Jushin's still open to this point, though I feel like it's not necessarily going to be one that's picked first
Yeah.
for Team Liquid Philippines. Oh, not anymore. All right, so
Kalea's open.
Kalea is open. Yeah, they can opt to go for that if they're
I want to
comfortable
play
with
like
playing.
Seb. I don't know that shit.
It's always a fun time. I love watching Kalea games. That's why I feel like I want to get
I know
this done.
Seb.
But in this slot, blue side.
I'm mad I didn't get a picture of him
Yes,
when we were at
exactly.
EWC. He was there.
I talked to one of the best analysts in I'll just name him. I won't name him, but okay, that's a good pick, Joy, instead of going for
Oh
the
my
Kalea.
God, look!
TLPH decides
It's
to go
Joy.
with, Kalea. The trade for Twisted Minds is just way more valuable than securing that Kalea.
Yeah.
True. And if you're Twisted Minds, thank you if you don't pick the Kalea first, because now we have the option to do it.
Yep, I agree. And if Kalea goes into the hands of Twisted Minds, Ingan's making a face over here
What?
Why? Why agree?
that it sounds similar to Escalera. Oh, okay, but they denied. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Harith Kalea.
Okay, how about we say it together? How about we say it together?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Escalea!
Oh my God.
Wait, not yet sure.
Not yet sure. We
Might
just,
go to the hands
Escalea.
of
And James.
the Ultimate Fighter, because
James.
same mechanics with Phobius. It loves to jump. She
Don't-
loves to jump.
Don't forget the role. It's support. Support fighter. There you
yeah.
go. It's
One of the 2 only
forget
support
that.
fighters in MLBB out of 128 heroes.
yeah,
good trade. Good trade.
we were celebrating over there.
Escalea.
Escalade, but maybe there's a chance that this will be flexed. Although I am leaning towards the idea that it is going to go into the hands of
Yeah,
Escalera.
it's better.
already.
If it goes to James, it could be a Kalames.
Let's not force it, I think.
I agree. I agree. Let's calm down a little bit and rethink our decisions in life. So now we're in a good position. I think even for TLPH, you got the Jawhead. That's a pretty solid pick on the roam and can really deal with the Kalea to some extent as well.
Yep. They lead, or at least ideally pair this with
That's
a
what's
similar mid laner as that with
what's real
as that
crazy
with
is that they
Device in
don't get
game number one.
banned.
It's a similar concept to that of the Jawhead that'll be working really well if paired up with a burst type of mage.
I
But they
think
kind of
here's the
advanced
problem,
themselves.
right? I think this is why teams
Twisted Minds decided to go
we
after
don't see the Suyo or the Joy get banned that much.
Valentina back.
or the
So
Granger
are we
Harith.
potentially going to see a Lucas pickup here too
Because
from Twisted
if you're red
Minds?
side
There's a possibility
and
that
your
teams
second pick
do opt to go for
and you
that,
ban one of them,
Valentina.
I'm missing out
and
on
blue
Lucas
side
today.
doesn't ban one at all, like pretty much if you're red side,
So,
you have to
for
ban both of them.
Philippines also, there's
You
still
have to
a-
ban Suyo and Joy, right?
the Glue's been
Or you
doing
have to ban
well,
Granger
he's been
and
doing
Harith.
well.
You have to waste 2 bans or else you're giving one over. At least if you leave both open, you get one of them, right?
Yeah.
So it's this really shitty situation.
GZ
Where it's just not worth
Yeah,
the ban,
kind
I
of
guess.
The potential glue pick that can come from Sanford.
You know what? It's fair. Most of these heroes from Twisted Minds right now are fairly short range. So a Faramis might actually
Now,
help
what
them
you could
reach
do-
the back line without suffering too much.
They banned out the Lucas too. So Twisted Minds will have to opt for something.
Can you even
else.
do that? Like, you could ban, like,
There's a
Joy
medallion that we previously talked about,
and
the
Harith
glue as
and
well,
do
if they're really
jungle
on
gold
to
lane trade.
just disrupt
But would that even be worth it? Like they get the jungler, you
or
get
if
like
they
they
want
get the
to prolong
Suyo,
it a
you
bit
get the
more,
Granger.
then
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
those Phoenix too that they could potentially pick up. Although that'll mean there's a significant
Hey, bro.
amount of magic damage
I saw a
already
slot. I
from Twisted
I
Minds,
saw
but this is
I saw a
high-costing, so
slot of NA and
there's a
MSC.
possibility too
So
that
when
we
is
would not need to
NACT?
worry
I don't know,
about,
man.
excessive magic damage
You guys
as
should
he
send
wants to do
just
something
mass
else.
DM Dave. Everyone go on Instagram
Still the number one in
and
terms of
mass DM Dave. Go on Discord and just mass DM Dave.
Keep that in mind,
Everyone in
guys.
chat right now,
He's
go send a
very willing to
message.
throw it out, but Hajizi gonna throw out even more magic damage here.
All right.
Just make sure to purify though.
Just make sure to purify.
Learn from what happened in game number 1, you say? All right.
Oh shit.
What are you talking about? For Twisted? For Twisted, they don't need to as much.
Yeah.
It's only the jawhead right now.
Oh,
Wow!
Bear me's.
I told you I was sensing a Faramis. I wasn't sure which
sensed it,
side
that was
though.
it.
I thought it was Twisted Mind side.
Okay. This works really well though if they really want to go for that aggressive early game, because I feel like they really failed to do that in game number
Hanzo
1.
every game.
And that's what sets up the express playstyle from Team Liquid Philippines. So now they have a lot more tools to do that, and for Sanford, that's gonna be the high loss that they decide to pick up. Okay, it doesn't feel like a lineup that'll be too heavily reliant on the coordination, which might be a lot easier for Team Liquid Philippines to execute, because overall they have to think of less things, and they can pretty much focus on the bigger picture.
Who here
when
saw
they're
my
team
beta
fighting.
tank?
Essentially, they have to think about smaller skirmishes, right? They don't need to focus on, hey, we're
On
lacking
Instagram.
people in this area. We can't
It
really
looks
fight.
pretty
They
fucking
need to
good.
go and add it, especially because of the jawhead pick. But the CC is going to be able to answer this high
All I'm
on
saying.
the XP lane, at least for now. Obviously,
It's pretty fucking
that's his lane
sexy.
at this point, so no
With
one
some
really
live
tried to
plants.
test that.
Yeah. There's a clear response to the laning matchups, but we revert back to the standard Harith Granger at least. So for both of our gold laners, they'll be on somewhat
Mr.
much
Glitter
more
himself is
equal
all
footing.
decked out.
And
I wanna
again,
Hal,
the
go to
rotations
sleep,
are
man.
definitely going to matter for
Go to sleep, girl.
the mid trios and the mid duos of this upcoming
Night
match
night
once
time.
more, since
You're gonna be up
earlier
all night.
it was clear. It was the pressure of the Guinevere and the Farsa that was taking the lead. But now there are a lot more possibilities that can be done, especially from Team Liquid Philippines. But the draft index somewhat favors Twisted Minds. Overall, they have a lot more angles.
You know
to
what's
play
crazy?
around with
Jawhead
in
is
contrast to Team
is
Liquid
meta
Philippines.
again.
You can really take a lot of compositions by surprise, especially that Galea.
Yep.
When you least expect it, your whole team is getting thrown to the back line. That's really scary. Let's see if that's going to be the biggest difference maker here as we go into game number 2 here. Twisted Minds versus TLPH.
I like the high loss and the Faramis combination. Again, I like what Brigida mentioned. It's not reliant on the skill shots. Can out-sustain whatever Twisted Minds can bring, especially towards the early game. So let's see if this time TLPH can control the tempo.
Essentially, it's a lot easier to execute, right,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yep.
What is everyone in
This
this
is a
chat room?
really fast
She called it a chat
farming,
room.
Early leash done by
She's
both
such a
Rovers,
boomer,
Escalera,
guys.
and JP, but we cannot deny the fact that
What does everyone here
of
do
course,
for fun, guys? What does
the
everyone do for fun?
Jawhead Does deal a lot of lot more
They
damage
watch
than the
Mobile
basic of the
Legends
game.
like a
Oh,
bunch of fucking nerds.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Early on, using it up, trying to rush that level 4. You also want that Lethal Wanderer just to make sure you also have vision around that area. So I like the decisions here. We won't really see the Kalea come into play maybe until maybe level 4. Really doesn't really have that much of reliability before that.
Overall, I feel like Team Liquid Philippines' idea is ultimately just really going for stability first. So they have a
It's been
better
2 weeks,
idea
I'm pretty
on
sure.
how they are supposed to maneuver around the map so they can actually maximize the potential of their current lineup. They're going with pretty standard emblem combinations too, primarily
It's 1 week
the
now.
tankiness for Sanford. Even Sanji picks up the tenacity and a bit of lethal ignition here and there, so they're just really trying to balance things out. It'll
Maybe it's
heavily
not 2 weeks. I
depend
don't know.
on
Maybe
the
it's just
team fights
it's
that are
been a
about to
week.
occur later on in this game.
It only took a week.
And those team fights, like we mentioned earlier, can be really small, depending on the preference here of TLPH. They can just go at it with the Jawhead and the high loss, and maybe with the Joy, maybe they can just keep that trio going, and then Sanji can follow after he's cleared the waves and keep everyone safe with the Nether Realm. There's so many ways they can approach this.
Yeah, on the other hand, Twisted Minds can have more
Oh.
frequent engages again with the presence of Escalera, but
That was
outplayed.
close.
What's everybody watching on TV right now? That's a real question.
Okay.
Denied.
What's everyone's like TV show that they're watching right now?
Outplayed has been doing really well in the laning phase.
Yeah, even in the previous game, and now he's just
Oh,
literally
Lord, pause.
showing that he can go head-to-head up against Ohib.
I want
Really
to
well
watch the
that
new
during
season of
first
Righteous
game was a
Gemstones.
sweep, a dominant sweep up
Yeah.
against Twisted
Severance
Minds, even, game
on
two
Amazon
going as
Prime. I haven't
fast
watched
as
that. Is it good?
6 seconds, and this time, Outplayed's really.
Just waiting. Let's see how this goes for both teams.
Bro,
Yeah, I
this
think we
season
can't
has been
say
so many.
just
I feel like there's a pause every series, isn't there?
And there we go. 2.5 minutes. It's Flicker in. Oh,
Shameless.
What happened?
Good counter down with a
Yeah, we know. You're the only person watching Shameless in 2025. I wanna-
Okay.
What an interaction.
I'm watching you, bruv. Hey, bruv. I thought you called me bruv for a second.
Before he could pull off the ejector.
I guess that's an athletic
Z killed.
finger again.
What's up, bro?
There you go.
Suits.
Athletic finger? What's an athletic
What? Athletic fingers, that's what Nisus says.
Z killed. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and he needed to use a finger to press that button. So,
fine.
the moment he saw the flicker come in from JP,
I've never
even
watched
before
Suits.
he was able to actually cast the ejector, he was already able to respond with a Tsunami Slam, but that was already enough for Team Liquid Philippines to have full control of the Turtle Pit, also forcing out the curtain call as well from James. So despite Twisted Minds also being prepared to somehow fight, Team Liquid Philippines weren't really after the fight.
Fun fact, by the way, once you hear the flicker, you're already too late. So, because light travels faster than sound. Once you hear the flicker, it means you're already in the air.
Work is good.
The Jawhead. So he saw that. He didn't base it
Breaking
off
Bad,
sound
Prison
cues,
Break,
right?
Game of
And he was
Thrones.
able to counter at the millisecond.
I don't know
that the
TWD.
Jawhead landed.
Animal
Perfect.
Kingdom?
That was
Joe.
Pretty well executed.
There was a
Like
time in my life when I was
5
watching
seconds.
Animal Kingdom as it came out.
That's another Tsunami Slam though.
Oh,
Because I didn't have much else to do.
just layupping.
We're not going to talk too much about that, but I was watching Animal Kingdom.
I'm
Actually, a
like
decent show, bro. Oh, the what? TWD, The Walking Dead. I watched like the first season. I never got into it. And then by the time it like was really going on, I heard all the bad things about like
Yep.
the ending after what's his name dies, and
onto the items. No one's yet
Nope.
to build a full item. It's still been 4 minutes in the game, but clearly there is some sort of lead.
rewatching
slight
Friends.
lead in terms
I used to
of
date
the,
a girl
double advantage since
that would.
Carly
I
was
never
able
watched
to
Friends
secure
till
the
about
ejector
my
earlier without any
20s.
contest
Maybe I was like
whatsoever
21
from
or
Twisted
something
Minds,
at the
and they seem to be
time.
wanting to
And I was
replicate
dating a
exact
girl
scenario,
who
so
would
we'll see how
leave it
JP
on the
plays it out,
TV
since more
nonstop.
members are hiding in the brush.
She was like a super Friends fan.
Goes in with a glorious
Oh shit!
pathway. Here comes JP with a
Well played.
topical
Escalated
force.
down.
They were able to take down Escalera. MP the King might be the
Bro,
next
the
target.
Faramis, the
Double kill
Faramis,
for Carl TZ.
Faramis high-lows combo is actually pretty disgusting. It's just so like, it's aggressive. Yeah, I was dating this girl and she would leave Friends on Netflix on her TV just 24/7. Like it was always on the TV. She'd leave it. She'd leave the house. It'd be on the TV. She'd come back home. It's still on the TV. And during that time, I think I watched the whole show.
Wow.
I got invested. I was invested into Friends.
Insane.
I know I'm used to seeing Jamal do the shake and bake, but Outplay did that with himself, and now the unstoppable force. JP with a flicker in, throws out Hajizi, gets caught up by Escalera.
It's a taut right now. All right, TLPH is definitely going to MSC. They're gonna win the season.
There was a slight miscom. There weren't
I watched The Boys. I actually haven't finished the last season yet of The Boys. The Boys is peak, though. The Boys is peak.
Use the law and order. So it was a clear punish from Twisted Minds, and now they've somewhat minimized the lead. And actually, they might be the first ones to take out a turret away from Team Liquid Philippines.
There you go.
But yeah, TLPH is going to win everything.
Twisted Minds, obviously,
And then
it's always TLPH starting off stuff.
Chiefs,
right?
TLPH is definitely going to win everything.
But somehow the response from Twisted
Unless they
Minds,
meet Aurora in the lower
panicking
bracket
as
for
hard as
some
they would
reason.
be.
If for some reason Aurora and TLPH meet in lower bracket finals, I'll have a terrible feeling in my gut.
Twisted Minds outplayed what is happening. Force wants to go right after Sanji. Another tsunami slam! A slamajama connects onto OEB, but OEB was able to flicker out though. Now Carl Teasy trying to punish James. That's going to be a 1-for-1, a roamer for a jungler.
Bro,
Tsunami, slamajama.
hold on. Sony Active. I didn't know what the fuck that sentence right there. I was like, what the fuck is he saying? And then it peaked for me. Deep is the name of a person. A-Train is the name of a person. And I remember now. It was peak cinema. Yeah, bro. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yep.
Slamajama.
Deep having sex with an octopus is peak cinema.
All right.
But
And then being made to eat an octopus was cinema.
Still with a power of 2 from Ajizi and outplayed.
Thank you,
Sanford
Ray Ash. Thank you, thank you, thank
Just
you.
when you thought TLPH already had a pretty big advantage, Escalera and the rest of Twisted Minds are getting started, and they are fighting well.
Okay.
MP the King tapes Turtle. That's huge.
Means for Team Liquid Philippines to actually contest that anymore, and we're starting to see a problem in the long-term fights that are actually being played out here in this match. It feels like Twisted Minds.
I'm rooting
have
for
more
Falcons.
capabilities to not just sustain, but
True.
also deal
Maybe.
sustained damage against Team Liquid Philippines. So if the team fights don't quickly,
I mean, the reality is anything can happen in
Twisted Minds' favor.
Another counter, Tsunami Slam, Escalera gets caught up by 4, but
I'm actually rewatching Invincible. I still haven't watched Invincible.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, there's going to be a 1v1 between the 2 junglers, and finally a successful initiation from the cavalry.
I mean, that was
I still
pretty
haven't watched
close, right?
Invincible.
It felt like that could have gone either way.
Maybe the
Either
King
you get
uses it on?
Jefferson
Yeah,
back,
he
or
used it
you
on that.
Get Tsunami Slam
He
into
needs
the
it.
floor.
Yeah, and that's the exact kind of sequence I feel like Team Liquid Philippines has to go after. It's those fights wherein they know for a fact that they're going to get something out of it. And if they know that they can't fight any longer, then they'll have to regroup before they actually decide to engage again. Because Twisted Minds, that's actually what
One of the people I work with right now,
this
kid named Mateus, he's a busser. He keeps telling me I need to watch Apocryphy Diaries or read Apocryphy Diaries.
Able to dish out the same amount of sustained damage.
Apocryphy Diaries has an anime, right?
He also doesn't get to land the electrifying beats or the damage on the right targets. Then Twisted Minds can just always almost reposition and continue with the fight.
That's what I was looking for earlier, right? We're looking for that engage. That
Apothecary
that
Diaries,
potential
yeah.
Engage. It looked
Keeps
good
telling me
when
I need to
Outplay
watch it.
wasn't joining them.
Yep.
It looked good for TL. But when Outplay joined the team fights,
Yep.
it's clear that Twisted Minds
Bro!
has so much more ways to deal with it.
Supernatural. Supernatural was lit. I watched Supernatural all the way up to like after what probably could have been the ending arc, like, you know, like just between like Sam has Satan and the devil inside of him and shit, and like, you know, all that shit.
Despite the 2K
Like I
goalie
watched
right
like
now.
that whole arc where it's
Even when
like
you
God
force
and
out,
or the
those
angels and
kills, you get the
Satan and yada yada
critical
yada.
from James,
And then after that, I don't think I could watch it. But my
even
mom
those
used to watch that shit
from
all
Hajizi.
the time.
It's a completely
So it
different
hurts.
story when Outplayed decides to use
So
his Ammon
it
Force
hits a
in
real
the
like
perfect
nostalgia and
spot
just has a
where
really
Team Liquid
special spot.
Philippines are
My mom
actually
passed, so it's like, I don't know. It's she used to always watch that show, and I would sit and just like sit on the couch and just watch it with her. So yeah, good times.
James with a vengeance, Sanji with another realm, Sanford still going on and was able to take down James. Sanford caught in the middle, that's 1-for-1 in XP lane for an XP lane OHEB with the Rhapsody JP. Okay, missed the flicker, here's the punish though. JC with a Sacred Claw's gonna connect
Oh,
one.
bro, Twisted, like, who said that? Like, let's be real.
That's going to be a 2-4-2. MP the King and Carl TZ still alive.
Let's be real.
Who's going to clap back?
Someone said earlier that it felt like TLPH was just messing around in game 1, and that's why they lost. But like Twisted Minds is still doing good even in game 2.
They're fighting. Each and every one of them are fighting actually the correct
Oh!
order. And look at that outplay, just trying to do outplayed things. Zaman Force already committed. They stopped the Lord though. That's pretty massive if you're Twisted.
Outplayed was really looking for blood.
He's looking for blood. He's mad.
They didn't get to clear out the waves that were in the middle lane, so Team Liquid Philippines also get to take down the tier 1 turret in the mid lane too. So looking at the items, just a quick check. OEB is actually quite ahead of Outplayed. So it's interesting to see how Team Liquid Philippines feel like they really want to take advantage of this idea because of it comes and reaches the point wherein Outplayed's completely able to catch up. It'll be a lot more difficult for them. Fortunately, they're able to find some angles to engage against Twisted Minds, but I feel like for JP, there needs to be a little more I don't know. He has to be a little bit more picky. Yeah, that's the term.
Gotta be more picky.
Regarding his targets. It's always almost been Escalera, and there's always been a tsunami slam response from him.
Yeah. No, okay.
Hasn't gone bad
This time,
though.
who is JP gonna pick? There's the conceal, got cancelled out. Carl TZ already gets the Lord. Twisted Mind has to disengage. He's trying to go for James.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Even the vengeance won't out sustain the damage of the
By Sour Patch Kids.
OM picks up one more.
That was a beautiful hit. I actually was wondering what was Twisted doing there. They were just camping out in their jungle, not really trying to respond or anything.
Yeah, the glorious pathway for OHEB has been working so well. Whenever they want to catch up to targets,
Yeah, but in all reality, though,
to run away. And now that he also
mid
has
lane
some kills, and that he also got those kills
has
after he picked up
probably
side
the
piercer,
deepest pool of
so you can
viable
expect that
heroes.
he can dish out a lot more
Like,
damage
yeah, it
as
could
the
use
great
maybe a
lady for
rework,
Liquid
but at least it has
Philippines.
at least
And it worked
like
so well for them that
there's
they
more than
both
just
decided
3
to
or
go for
4
the
here.
kill at
Like
the
there's
same
more than
time,
just 2
but there was
heroes.
no successful engage whatsoever from Escalera, even though the Ejector 2 wasn't as successful. Oh wait, hold on!
What? Okay, there's the flicker, but there was the Tsunami Slam once again. Netherrealm saved by Sanji. Outplays goes in with his Zaman Force, gonna take down JP. There's the punish, but Carl TZ goes right after Outplayed. Outplay was able to stay alive. They still have the Lord. Escalera's the next target. A double kill coming in from Sanji. They're trying to lock on the base. Outplay desperately trying
GG's.
to defend, but TLPH extends the series.
And of course it's gonna happen. TLPH looking dominant in that last one. Despite
Looking
the
what? Did my guy say looking dumb in that last one?
TLPH looking dominant in that last one.
What did he say?
Of course it's gonna happen. TLPH looking dominant in that last one. Despite the
Did my guy say
being
dumb
put
in that
out
last?
over the Twisted Minds.
Yep. I feel like even though I actually
Over the dominant in that last.
Dominant.
Of course it's gonna happen. TLPH looking dominant in that last one.
Dominant.
Despite
Dominant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought he was just like looking dumb in that last game. I was like, damn, bro.
Tsunami Slam is used onto JP and not any other person. And at the end, we saw how Sanji
tell like it is, boys.
went to rescue.
All right, we Gucci.
Okay.
We're kind of in.
Bro, I can't. Sometimes Rockhart's too cool, bro. He's just too cool. He says shit like Gucci without it being fun, without like trying to make it. Like if I said Gucci, you'd know I was joking. I'd be like, LaFell, that shit Gucci, man. And he'd be like, Gucci, man. Like it would be an obvious joke. Rockhart, on the other hand, just openly says Gucci. What even led up to this?
Nah.
Suyo first.
All right, we Gucci.
Okay.
We're kind of.
Bro.
They got what? What?
Will we see a Sanford Kalea? Joke.
Nah.
Suyo first.
All right, we Gucci.
Okay.
We're kind of in very familiar territory with this draft, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Twisted Minds too are in a very
Oh
familiar
yeah, I really said
territory.
we
This is,
Gucci.
one of their most comfortable
Without even
lineups
batting
yet.
an eyelash.
They were finally able to get their hands on the Hilda, which has been denied from them
Rockhart
games
listens
in
to
a row
way too
now.
much rap music.
It's their highest
American
pick.
rap music
I know
at that.
you are familiar with the first few weeks wherein they were really adamant on picking the Hilda. It wasn't as effective back then, but gradually they were able to make it work. So this is definitely a comfort pick for them. Heading into the second banning of the second phase bans, though, we are looking out for the mid laners that are being taken out one by one. We might potentially see another Faramis game for Team Liquid Philippines, not unless they're opting to go for an additional layer of crowd control. There's the Vexana still, so you could somewhat buy a bit more time, since you are supposed to expect that there will be a lot of heavy invades. There's a Hilda, and you're yet to identify the roamer for Twisted Minds, who everything is still out there. If they want to go for a setup type, since they already have the Hilda, they also have the freedom to do so. But if they want to go for another tanky frontliner to assist the Hilda, then they can also do so.
And they go with the Valentina.
Okay. Safer for now.
I mean, we had
any
Roger
mid
Jungle
laner
back in
decides to pick up at this point,
MSC
though,
last year.
that's ultimate reliant can be easily
Roger
picked up by
is a
Saji.
fun hero to
Unless
watch
it's
be
a
played,
mid
bro.
Or something.
They did do it before, right?
Bring Roger back.
So, let's see, cause they're okay. Oh!
Wow!
Nana.
Okay.
Am I dreaming? Pinch me.
You're
Pinch
not.
How do we
me. Am I
feel?
dreaming?
No.
The last time I remembered the Nana, it was few.
Yeah, and he was literally tower locking when chaos was happening. An objective-based Nana was the last Nana we saw in the hands of Kapitan Few, and now in the KDA machine, Hajizi.
He's just keeping that top one spot and the most number of unique heroes used to try.
Is that the goal here for Haji?
Haji, he has so many heroes. All right, for Team Liquid Philippines, we're looking for their XP laner. There's no Lucas anymore, so.
Oh, XP show for Sanford.
Oh, okay. Two setup heroes. Two heroes who are able to do setups for their team, but at the same time need to get close. So this is where the Nana could really come in. The Molina could really aid in Twisted Minds. Just place it really well so that Team Liquid Philippines aren't able to find the best possible opening. But this is a Cho, so he still has ways to immune himself from it either way. But you have to take into consideration that the Nana has been adjusted.
Yeah.
It doesn't only go after a single target. It goes after everyone who is within range.
AoE now, and Bonchan, Coach Bonchan, you never fail to
My
amaze
mind is
anyone.
Bonchan.
blown right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's.
You think Vexana? I think, well, you got to think, right? One thing you do get from the Nana
I'm trying to find.
is
Now with Twisted, man.
you get the passive where you can get away from the pressure of the Suyo, where you can possibly get away from the pressure of the Cho, like just a lot of the pressure that TLPH has. Nana has some escapability from, right? What do you pick up for skill? Purify Flicker, okay.
All right. This is going to be a problem.
I mean, there's
for
something
Team
there,
Liquid,
right?
However, if they are unable to really get ahead of Twisted Minds, looking at the emblems, of course, paying a lot of attention to Hachizi since this is the debut pick. It's a pull yourself
Exactly.
together.
Vex just feels really vulnerable. A lot of mages feel
Goodness,
vulnerable.
so he'll have
Was the
flickers available more often, and that's on top of the
he
Molina's
can't really go
blessing.
Farza either,
So
right? Because
you'll have to exert
Jawhead,
so much effort if you actually
Cho,
want to target
Suyo, so many
Hachizi,
ways to
but
just
you'll
close the
even notice
distance.
He could just keep disrupting your attempts.
Now 3-man rotation on to outplayed.
Oh, look at that outplay.
JP, okay.
He's in danger. He's in danger.
Was able to flicker out still, but against
It's a good try.
4, he's
Against
gonna
4,
fall.
he played that well.
Oh, wow. So far, so good for TLPH. It feels like they are back. They got that mojo back, you know?
Yep.
They got the old mojo flowing,
Yeah.
and they're putting a lot of pressure on Twisted.
That was a close outplay though for Outplayed. Only that every single member was ready to at least respond, using the ejector even to Carl TZ just to make sure that he gets caught again.
This time the ejector is going to connect, feeds him off to Carl TZ. Not a good start for a Granger. Meanwhile, Escalera jumps in. Sanford still was able to escape.
Smooth footwork.
Now Carl TZ jumping in onto James. Queller also connecting right on time. Once again, TLPH. It looks like it's going to be an easy turtle for them.
This feels so different compared to the first time we saw Twisted Minds use the Guinevere in the series. If we're talking about control in the center of the map, how are you able to control that if Team Liquid Philippines aren't in the mid? They're always up top.
Okay, Sanji has his own Violent Requiem, and then Oheb! Okay, they're jumping in onto the middle lane. They're trying to work on JP. James, though, might be the next target. Here comes the ejector, and the Nana Haji secures the first turtle.
So they got some real giggle against Outplayed today, guys. It is insane.
Yep, it's a 2K gold lead already in the hands of Team Liquid Philippines in as early as less than 3 minutes. Sanji with a sidestep, so that's another thing, honestly. Team Liquid Philippines in their lineup, they're actually quite high in terms of mobility. So if you aren't able to cast your ultimate as Hajizi perfectly, or if you aren't able to combo it well with the stuns from the Molina, then Team Liquid Philippines could actually find multiple ways to
Yeah, I
escape
don't
and
know.
reverse
This is
it.
tough for
They're so
Twisted.
down. Even Escalera is still just level 3. And now
Especially because it's just such a
invasion.
pressure.
Escalera
Yeah.
finally level 4,
When you have something like a Cho, a Jawhead, like just so much pressure on the side of TLPH.
Steals away the purple buff.
Once they get ahead
Imagine
like
they
that,
didn't
it
use
is
any
tough.
ultimates to do that. They were just there, contesting the objectives, fighting against Twisted Minds with whatever they had.
Super tough.
But they didn't have to burn any resources at all.
Yeah.
Sanji picked up the Violet Requiem, by the way. Could there be a potential alley-oop into the Violet Requiem play?
Yeah, he was holding on to that skill ever since the first turtle.
I think he was,
Yeah.
right? I think he was.
So could there be a potential combo?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. I mean, you have a Jawhead, you have a Cho.
there's no actual hold, right? The only hold here is Escalera.
Yeah.
So the only combo you can have is actually literally with him.
Yeah, and not to mention Sanji and Sanji and Oheb has Purify, so
Look at JP
it's
too.
gonna be hard for them to catch something.
Debut pick
First
for
Canada game
Hajizi.
in MPLPH career for Hajizi. Now has 68 unique heroes picked, the most among all players in the whole league.
That's actually
68
crazy.
heroes for
Haji,
one guy.
68
He's
heroes.
probably gonna end the regular season in that spot if he keeps showing unique hero picks.
Maybe, or maybe he can go 69 and get Layla on mid.
We never know. Wait, I recall as a wait a minute. TLPH just literally
Another
demolishing
easy
this game
turtle.
so far. Another uncontested turtle. This time they actually get it because Twisted Minds actually got the first one.
Yep.
Tilted the tempo so hard here.
Okay, there's the alley-oop!
Still not enough.
To James, but James was still able to out-sustain it though. Sanford walking on the back. They're trying to go
Yeah,
for
but they're just
another
getting
angle,
starved right
but there
now,
you-
man.
You said it, Bree. There's
No
a possible
purple
alley-oop
buff.
play with the ejector, and now Sanford
Another
goes
tower
in.
about to go down.
Connects the kick
Almost a
onto
4K
side.
gold
They're trying to
lead.
work on James once again. Escalera jumps in as well at the Violent Requiem, but it's quite low.
What do you
Has
even
to
do against
disengage.
that?
Okay.
No trade still for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, the only thing is that they were able to use the combo onto James, who was one of the tankiest members of Twisted Minds. So the damage wasn't up just yet, but hold on, MP nearly getting a trade, but Sanji's just too...
So that was a sound effect. I didn't
What
realize
was that? Wait, what was that?
Like, that was the actual in-game sound effect. I thought someone just... Okay.
Yeah.
Purify pop though by Sanji.
Yeah.
So it's important to note that this time Sanji has to play it a bit safer,
Just a little
especially
safer.
if Escalera has his flicker. So an unexpected spatial migration flicker combination again can come from the Magician.
Yeah. Gradually, Team Liquid Philippines are converting every single thing or advantage they have across the map. So Twisted Minds will have limited ways to farm and catch up. Outplayed is actually behind and has only picked up his first item, but Oheb, on the other hand, has already built up 2.
Okay, Escalera with a Violent Requiem
Jumping in.
combination again. They're jumping in now. Sanford trying to size up Escalera and forcing them back.
I
to
can't-
Yeah. This is a stomp.
So basically,
This is
everything
stomp
Sanford's
right
doing,
here.
Forcing a flicker out Escalera means there's no engage what do you call that? There's no catch, engage,
Yeah.
spatial migration available for them now.
And even the Molina Blitz, I haven't seen a well-placed Molina Blitz so far for the.
Reactive.
I haven't seen it so far. Contested turtle, and now they're going for the invade.
Now very deep invade as well. TLPH
It's like
are
Twisted seems to always have at least one good game in their tank.
We're seeing Sanji in his element
But
again.
then it's like, I don't know what it is.
At this point, any skill.
Seems like maybe they're still
I mean,
capping, you
Haji's
know,
already
like
picked up the Genius Wand, so given the
they
fact
can't
that
go
Twisted
plus
Minds has
100
multiple
plus
sources of
ultra
magic
yet,
damage,
man.
might
They
want
got to
to
get their
bank on
plus
the idea
ultra
that
on.
They can amplify it a bit more, but if Team Liquid Philippines just decides to keep going in at their own timing.
Quick, wear the jacket so we can get a close game. This game's already happened, sadly.
That's how
This is going to be an 11-minute game right here.
Twisted Minds, Valentino with the Death Sonatas.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Bro, ain't getting Brigida.
Oh, now he has the Molina Blitz though.
Okay.
We can expect a knock-up from Sanford, already used it up.
Sanji.
There's the kick onto the Ultimate Fighter, but
Hold
Escalator
on,
trying to
Tegan's going on
come
bot.
back with a combo. Carl TZ
Double
jumps
airborne.
in. Sanford survives one more hit, but you can't say that for James with an evil Queller connecting on the dot.
And they're going to be controlling so much of the map because of this. They're going to force Twisted back into their base and turtle it out and blowing up those holy defense.
Yeah. Sanford
KB
was
couldn't be
still able to
serious.
jumbo his way out, and look
Let's
at
be
his
real.
itemization. He's yet
There's
to
no way
build
KB
a full item.
was being serious
He's just
saying
really
that.
invested on defense items all across the physical and magic depth. So he is no easy target to take out, especially considering Twisted Minds, who are yet to really invest in their damage. They're waiting for the items that will,
With PH doesn't have 2 slots, no reach instead of 2
delayed
slots.
for Twisted Minds, so it feels almost impossible for them to contest this upcoming Lord, not unless in the upcoming defense, Escalera does find a crucial setup.
M6 was like the first time in fucking a long time that we saw a PH team not make it to top 8. We didn't see 2 PH teams make it to top 8.
Easy to secure another objective.
I don't know, man.
If that's his claim. But there's no way KB. I couldn't see KB saying that like seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe in character
this
he
is
said
what
something like that, you know.
The Hilda and the Guinevere will actually mean when it comes to a point wherein you're playing from behind. By the way, Sanford picked up the Immortality first item, so he can potentially be willing to go in and look for a setup that could still allow him to escape later on for Team Liquid Philippines to get an easy pick-off against Twisted Minds. But let's see if that will be the case. Twisted Minds are really positioning themselves carefully in this upcoming siege, but these are 3 waves that are in sync.
Flickers are up for both of its teams, and now JP already used up to conceal the Lord, sieging in onto the middle lane. They're trying to work on every single lane. OEB goes in with his Amin Force, trying to work on 4 members of Twisted Minds. And they're able to take down 2 inhibitors. We haven't seen any setups yet. Conceal coming in from Escalera, but Sanford finds him. Here comes the way of the Dragon. JP as well.
Nope, that's it. GG's. Well played. Easy. Good try, Twisted.
Another flicker. This
a lot of damage.
As TLPH secures their spot in the playoffs.
One thing we gotta say though, man.
And
Twisted Minds is really keeping their composure. I almost feel like it could be harder to keep your composure when you keep like winning games here and there and then still losing the series than just like losing outright. You know, because it hurts to know like, man, we're good enough to beat a team once, but we just can't get that second dub on them, you know? So Twisted Minds keeping their composure, I think there's definitely still some things to work on for sure. But, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's real tough. Songs to get railed to, guys. Any of you guys ever watch this guy?
Oh, fuck. When's the last time you got pregnant?
I think right now. In vitro fertilization.
Explain that.
Okay, we'll use your eggs.
We could go to Love Hotel like down the. So you must be the new hire, Miss Zhang.
Oh, did I write it in Chinese?
No, it's in English, but it's Zhang.
You don't speak English?
I do, but it's just hard to pronounce.
Do you need help sounding it out?
Help sounding? No, I'm American.
Okay, okay.
Zhang.
You know what?
Harvey!
Just call me Sharon.
Sharon?
Yeah, good job.
No. You went from this name to Sharon? But that's not your real name.
Well, if you call me Sharon, I will answer.
That's not how it works.
Isn't that how names work?
No, Sharon.
Yes?
No.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it may.
This is a German wall, made out of bricks and plaster. And look at how thick it is. 10 inches thick.
This is an American wall. It's made out of paper and air. And our exterior walls are made out of the same
true.
stuff.
Just a little.
It's true.
Technically should say Arizona.
This.
Baker.
Right.
Bro, Harry Potter is on? Complete compilation of every Harry Potter movie? Is this real?
James Potter? You have to say something.
It's an outrage.
It's an outrage! Can I jump on you? What's up? I was almost going to do a watch party with Kookmon last night, but the game didn't start till 5 a.m. and that was way too fucking late, yo. I got home at like 3. I saw Kookmon was streaming. I said hi, and she was like, "Are you going to watch the games tonight?" And I was like in the middle of eating a sandwich after fucking being exhausted. I was like, games do not start till 5 a.m. my time. There's no way I'm staying up that late. Kurt Russell, what's up, man? What's Z Killed been up to? Let's see, guys. Does he just, like, when he does live streams 10 months ago, videos? Let me get my daily dose of fake news. He just does, like, clips of, God, no one streams anymore, huh? He doesn't have any streamers to clip. That's so sad, bro. TREX stopped streaming for 3 months, and all Z Killed's clips now is games, MPL. Probably doing way better in views though, like this. He's actually Z Killed's kind of killing it right now. That's why I need you, Mr. Fear. When's the last clip of TREX? It's been at least 6 months. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
So Dave's gonna host NACT at Pinata?
Game's fucking.
So I'm at work, and we all know the TikTok ban is
That's me.
happening tonight. It's like technically
That's my
the
work.
19th now. We all know that ByteDance
That's my job.
TikTok also owns ML. I had no fucking
It's really weird seeing me at work.
clue that included MLBB getting banned. What the hell? I just jump on social media and I see that MLB.
What the hell is this? League of Legends, Wild Rift, and Valo next?
B, the app isn't on the U.S. App Store.
What a banger description, bro.
I got nothing for you guys. I have no clue what this means. Hopefully we have more information soon. This is like...
Glitch.
HOK? I don't know. I don't like HOK.
2 months later, he's playing HOK, bro. When's the last good clip of TREX? It's been a while. Whose vlog is this? This wasn't my vlog, right?
And finally, for best esports team, the nominees are.
I was doing a business meeting.
Business
Summit.
meeting? This is Mirko's.
Summit.
Bro, I've been under the radar. You know you've been you've been under the flying under the radar when you're not in a Z killed clip for multiple months, bro. You know you've been a good boy. You haven't been stirring any pots when you're not in a Z killed clip. That's when you know you're good, man. You're living your best life. It's been ages, bro. Even before. That's how good of a boy I was last year. But it's a new year now, guys. I remember last year what did I say? I said I was going to stay out of all the drama. I wasn't going to do any bullshit. The last clip he got of me was World Champions of what? TREX, ESL host calls SRG World Champs. Do you think the title World Champs should be reserved for M Series? Should I cut my hair short again? Or should we have multiple World Champs in a year? That's a great question. That's a great question. God, I'm such a fucking scumbag. For example, EWC is not a Moonton event. So in their bracket, they are in their terms, they are world champs, right? Depends on I've been a good boy, Z Killed. There's international. You're good. You don't have to go through my streams. Then there's also the Olympics, right? So kind of just opinion. That's been a question we've been wondering. Oh my God, I want a Hal is still here. It is a World Cup, right? So it's just, that was a big question we asked. It's like, because MSC had such a huge prize pool, if M Series doesn't, let's say if MSC continues to have that, let's say for the next 3 years, MSC has a $3 million prize pool, and where's me saying World Champions of what? Never gets above 1M, then she ate and came back. There's a good example, right? NBA champs call themselves the world champions as well, but NBA is a much more competitive honestly, NBA is more prestigious than Olympics. I don't care what you say. For me, it is. And for all the winning NBA is much more. People are going to watch the NBA finals. Maybe, I don't know. We can check the views, but NBA finals is much more prestigious than basketball, than Olympics basketball. Like, this is our first time sending a strong team in a long time to the Olympics. Had such high stakes before. I don't think MSC. I don't think they should be considered world champs. But I do think we have to start wondering that if glasses on, we continue to get events with higher prize pools. Who is that imposter? M Series. It's like, do we continue to respect M Series? Right? Like, teams are gonna start taking the other events more seriously. Hopefully, I still don't say like so much. Organizations are gonna start taking the other events more seriously. So it's like, you have to wonder, right? Like, sometimes when I'm talking, I sound like I'm slurring my words to you guys. Like when I see clips of myself on Z-Killed's thing, sometimes I'll be like, why do I sound like I'm fucking drunk or something? Like, it's probably because I'm running on like 3 hours. Like, at these times, I was running on very little sleep. That's the debate. I'm literally half awake. Is it strictly prestigious? Because I wonder if it's a headphones thing. Like, I wonder if I still say like. Oh my God, I wonder if it's a headphones thing. Maybe I should drink more water. I don't know. Because we say it's prestigious, or is there something behind it that actually makes it prestigious? And the thing about all of these international events is they're all... And I never said that MSC makes them world champs, but I do think there is the debate of like, does a high... We talked about this last stream, guys. Amaletto.
Konnichiwa.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys the couple?
So.
Can you close your ear? Yes. Shut your ear. Yes. 彼女に言えない秘密。
タバコいっぱい吸っちゃってる。
じゃあちょっと switch. じゃあ So please tell me the secret one.
Well, he kind of knows, but doesn't really know, is the first time I saw him, I was like, I know, I'm gonna get him. After an entire year, the only guy that I've ever gone after, I ended up getting. But I was like, oh no, you know, I just really liked you. But no, I was plotting it.
How many?
That sounds familiar. You guys ever been plotted against? You have a girl that just knows she's gonna bag you?
He smokes cigarette.
I mean, I'm glad he kind of has dialed it down. Maybe 1, 2 a day.
You don't like God? Fuck nigga.
Yeah, man. Don't be a.
Golly, calm down, bro. Bro, Violet's on here? What's she doing here?
So I'm gonna go for like 10 or 12.
You guys know Violet?
But is there any way you can...
You guys know who Violet Myers is? Anyways, next video. Gato and Hylos are the only... Bro, it's... Honestly, I'm not even worried about roams right now. Fix the jungle in the gold lane, man. Fix the jungle in the gold lane. MLBB's the meta's in a really fucking... pretty rough spot right now, I feel like. Has anyone played Pokemon Auto Chess? Build your shrimp company. I want to see a lot of people's YouTube feeds. Like, send a video of you scrolling down your YouTube feed for at least like 30 seconds, you know? And just post it in the Discord. Why fix? It's literally just Suyo Joy, Granger Harith. And it's like, it wouldn't be a problem if that was the new thing, but it feels like it's been like that since M6. Since before M6. I feel like it's been at least 6 months of this. Like, the drafts we're seeing in MPL right now are almost the exact same drafts as M6, except instead of Bruno, it's Harith. It's a little rough. Like, let's look. Why can't I look at the drafts? Where are the drafts? Here we go. Nope, not updated yet, not updated yet, not updated. Either way, let's go from here. Nope. We get a little Hanzo, I guess. Like, that was cool. It lost, though. Hayabusa won here. But Joy was banned out. Tsuyo, Harith, Granger. Granger, Harith, Sicilian, Gatot, Kalia, Fovius. I mean, all these drafts look so similar, man. Suyo, Joy over here, Fovius. We did get a Moskov, but I bet in the bans Harith is banned. Okay. This is a little different. We got a little change here. A little bit of change here. Suyo, Joy, Granger, Harith, Carrie, Harith, Granger, Aerithel, Beatrix, Suyo, Suyo, Harith. We get a Moskov and Aerithel here and there. And again, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Granger and Harith and Suyo if this is the first time. Like this, look at this. I wouldn't mind seeing these things if it was like fresh. But we saw all of these bans and all of these picks in M6 and even before M6, man. Lu Yi, Chip. I feel like the meta's been the same for at least 6 months now. We need a hard change. And the big problem is this. They're gonna do exactly what they did last year. They're gonna like hard change it 2 weeks before MSC. Remember last year before MSC, they just hard changed to assassin meta? Like it wasn't even mid-season. Seasons were over. Teams had qualified and they were like, hey, boom. Let's look at the stats. Pick ban ratios. There's 3 heroes. That is 3 heroes with 100% pick ban ratio. Fanny, Suyo, and Granger. And these are the same 3 heroes that probably have a pick ban ratio of 100% all the way back to M6. Harith, 98%. There's 5 heroes with there's 6, 7 heroes with above a 90% pick ban ratio. It's just, Jushin 2. Zushin's another one, all the way back down. Like, it just feels like they haven't done any heavy nerfs on any of the heroes that were meta, and not enough buffs on other heroes to make. Like, I feel like I saw a patch note when I was reading the patch notes. There was a nerf on fucking Layla or some shit, or Mia. There was a nerf on Mia the last patch. Didn't even make sense. Like, why? How dare you do that to those poor Grandmaster players? That's all they got. Where's it at? Let's look at it. Let's look at the patch note. It just feels like they're nerfing like the wrong heroes. Events, patch notes. The last hero adjustments when Kalia got introduced. Hanzo got a nerf. It's like, why? Like, at this point, why nerf Hanzo when at least if you're not gonna nerf Suyo and Joy, then don't nerf Hanzo too. At least give us 3 junglers that are viable. Why did Melissa get a nerf? No one's even playing her in competitive. Barza got a buff, that's cool. Brody got a buff, that's cool. Jushin got changed. Johnson got a buff. Akai got a buff. Beatrix changed a little. Natalia got a buff. Hayabusa gets a nerf. Hayabusa could eliminate enemy backliners in the late game with a full hit ultimate. It's late game. He's supposed to be able to eliminate backliners with an ultimate, even without any passive stacks. If he was doing that, anyways. Minotaur buff, Chip buff, Eudora buff, Julian. Mia got a nerf. That doesn't even make sense. Why the... I knew it was Mia. Why the hell did they nerf Mia, bro? Just doesn't make sense, guys. What's going on with the next? Give me some Elgin. Does he have next? Here we go. Granger and Fanny nerfed. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're checking out the latest update on... Hey guys, what's up? Today we're checking out the latest update on the advanced server. How's my impression, guys? Is it pretty good?
Hey guys, what's up? Today we're checking out the latest update on Advanced Server.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we're checking out the latest update on Advanced Server. I fucking love Elgin.
First up is Granger, and he's getting hit with some big nerfs. His long-range poke and high mobility were making him tough to counter, so the devs are dialing them back. His skill to dash distance is shorter, making it harder to reposition. His ultimate still deals solid damage, but the vision effect has been removed.
Okay.
As you can see, I can no longer reveal enemies hiding in the bush. Another nerf is the range. It's now shorter.
Bro, listen. It still hits them in the bush, so that's not really a nerf. Let's be real. That's not really a nerf.
By this much.
Cast range is a decent nerf.
Overall, Granger players will feel this nerf. Considering his pick rate across the rank, I think it's a well-deserved adjustment. Suyo is a little too flexible in the current meta, so he's getting a slight nerf. His passive no longer reduces magic damage.
Suyo nerf, there we go.
Physical. This means he's more vulnerable against magic-based heroes. While this doesn't completely change how you play him.
Alright, yeah, you can't know what... That's actually fair. But you can no longer know what enemies are in the bush. You just know someone's there. That's fair, actually. That is fair.
You need to be more mindful of magic-heavy matchups. Fanny is, as usual, a nightmare to deal with, so she's getting toned down. Her skill 1 and ultimate both have lower base damage, making her a little less explosive.
He's weaker. That's actually a good point. Indirect. Joy's already the better jungler. And like maybe for certain things the Suyo's nice, but in the 1v1 Joy already wins. And now Joy just stops Suyo even more.
While her damage scaling remains high, this should give enemies a better chance to counter her, especially in the early game. Harriet's skill 1 is getting a speed boost, making it easier to land hits. However, to balance things out, the damage on both the skill and its explosion has been reduced. This means he'll still be strong.
When does this come into effect? Please soon, bro. Do it before playoffs.
And now the devs are dialing them back. His passive's damage reduction per stack has been slightly reduced, and skill 1 now has a longer cooldown. But don't worry, compared to the cooldown on official server, this is still a buff. The latest passive changes from the last patch have been reverted, which means she gets to keep her automatic shield. However, her skill 1 and 2 adjustments are staying. This means she now has a shorter cooldown on skill 1,
she's getting a buff.
Use it more frequently, but a longer
Hell yeah,
cooldown
I love
on skill
Lolita.
2, making its usage more situational. A minor bug fix for Hellcurt. There was an issue
I fucking love Lolita. It's one of my favorite tanks to play.
But now it's fixed because the skill will now reveal the position of terrified enemies. Then there's a slight revert on his second skill damage. However, don't worry, it's still higher compared to the official server. And that's it for the latest patch changes. What do you think of these updates? Does Granger deserve that nerf? Let me know in the comments.
Yes. It's not even that I'm sad a little bit if Granger gets a nerf because I love playing Granger, but I'm just tired of seeing it, man. I'm so tired of the Harith Granger. Just that's it. Bruno Granger, Harith Granger, yada 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 yada. The Naruto
Big
collab.
news, guys. We finally have a sneak peek of the Naruto collaboration event.
I already
on
saw
the
this. It's
advanced
gonna be
server.
cool.
I know you've all
I want
been
that
waiting
tower.
for this
I want the
one.
tower
The confirmed
skin.
heroes and skins are the following: Kalia as Sakura, Lucas as Naruto, Suyo as Sasuke, Hayabusa as Kakashi. Don't worry about these names as they are just placeholders for now. How much will the skins cost? Each skin requires 1,200 event coins, making them cheaper than Alpha's Legend skin. Here's where it gets interesting. If we check the daily discount, we can see that it only requires 25 diamonds. That means if you have a weekly diamond pass, you can easily cover the cost. But that's not all, because there are 2 more events for the Naruto collaboration. The second event is similar to the first, but
I want this tower, bro.
Sacred statues, loading effects for
I want the
Naruto
sacred
and Sasuke,
statue.
tons of other in-game effects. Imagine seeing the sacred statue in your game. Now here's where things get crazy. The third event is a total surprise. Wait, are they giving out Gaara's skin for free? By the way, Veil will be representing Gaara in Mobile Legends. I don't know how this event goes, but it seems a bit complicated. They have different stages and training.
Yeah, that's cool. And then it's gonna be what's his name as Lord, right? We get like isn't what's his name gonna be Lord?
Gaara is here. Probably because they're using too many placeholders. So
Hunter x Hunter collab was boring, was disappointing. Yeah, a little bit. KOF is still probably the best collab we've had, huh? All right. I think we're going to call it, guys. I think it's night time, or at least get off of stream time and mess around on my computer for a half an hour time. When's the North America Cope tournament happening? I don't know, bro. A great question. We'll ask Dave tomorrow, or in like 2 days. We'll touch back base with him. Run it up. I've already heard Run It Up, and I'm not trying to get copyright. It is lit. My guy's snapping. BTK USA, BTK HOK. All right, guys, I'm out. Deuces. See you later. Next time on Dragon Balls. Anyways, yeah, I'm out. Much love. It was fun. See ya.